Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. I'm that ambidextrous, channeling, singing, writing, drawing, painting, blinging tarot reader that you love to tune into every day, your favorite tarot reader. Yay! I'm so thankful and grateful for all of you who send me these beautiful words and for the growth on this channel, because it just means that the messages are getting out, and that's what it was always about. When I started reading tarot for myself, the messages were very beneficial, guiding, and confirming all of that. And I was like, you know what? This is helping me. It can help somebody else too. Somebody else really wants to hear this. Why be greedy? How about I just produce YouTube videos and share this shit? I'm gonna read my cards every day now because I love reading the cards. I love seeing what they have to say. So I may as well do it for not just myself, but anybody else who wants to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on. So let's see what we got coming out today. We're going to take the main energy of your message today from the Angel Tarot. What do we have from the Angel Tarot? Guardian Angel Tarot. Please and thank you for the love and peace. Sopla love. For love and peace and happiness, try he. They say, hold on, you ain't ready to go to work yet, girl. Hold on, girl. Gotta get ready to go to work. You ready to go to work? Ready to go to work. All right. Oh my God, except for that one hair that thinks it's okay to stay in front of my face. Where is it at? If you have long hair, you might know what I'm talking about. Like, there'll just be one strand. Like, where the hell do you originate? Dude, are you still attached or not? Okay. So, what do we have as the overall energy today? The bottom of the deck, a new beginning. Praise. It's a new day. A new beginning. Shout out to DS, our first commentator of the day. What's up, Shawnee Boo and Malibu? Both of my boos. Yay. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There's no need to have any fear. As guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world. If you just free yourself from that which holds you back, new opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. So I believe from this, what I'm seeing is that you have recently taken a step out on faith into this new beginning. You trusted, you walked away from something, you let go. You might have walked away from everything. Somebody said, I walked away from everything. Fuck walking away from something. I walked away from everything. Somebody said, I walked away from everything. I left my house, my cars, my assets, my children. Somebody left, even had walked away from their children. It wasn't me. I can't walk away. I not walk away from my children. But maybe those weren't really your children. I'm hearing they were not really their children, but you loved them as though they were. But realization hit you that you had to let go of everything attached to that life. So, the card that fell out. This is the equivalent of the Empress. Creativity and abundance. Dear one, you're being called to action. You're ready to accomplish great things and are truly come into the fullness of who you are. It's a time for great activity, giving birth to beloved projects or becoming a parent. Follow your passion so that abundance and prosperity manifest for you. Somebody here is going to go, I'm picking up on artificial insemination. I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody's gonna go make sure that they have their own baby. here. I've been taking care of other people's babies. I want my own baby. So there's that. Now, for others of you, this is very fucking symbolic, because your new baby could be your new career. It could be your new business. It could be your new hobby. It could be embracing that talent in a way that you haven't before. You're making that your baby. For somebody here, this is about creating a loving situation in your life, and that love is going to be your baby. That love will be your baby. We're going to pull a postcard from Spirit, and we're just going to set it aside. I better set this shit right in front of me. When I do this, I've done videos in the past where I set aside a postcard from Spirit, because it's lovely to set it aside in front of the reading. And then at the end of the reading, when I read it, it tends to talk about everything in the reading. And it's awesome. So, but there's been times where I forgot to read it. There's been times where I forgot to read it. There it is. Okay. The one that flipped out in the deck, or the one that's on my lap? The one on my lap. Okay, thank you. I'm going to put it right here over that mouse pad. That way I can't turn off the computer and end the video until I've read that card. Don't make fun of me. You can laugh with me, but not at me. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck if you laughing with me, at me, or whatever. I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyways. And I'll be laughing even if you ain't. Anyways. Oh my God, you guys. So I had a weird ass moment on the karaoke mic. Why that needs to come out right now. I fucking nail karaoke every time. And there's this song, and I've nailed it before, so I know nailing it is not a problem, right? But I sang, first off, I was not insecure. Apparently I was insecure. That wasn't what I was going to say. I was unsure. Oh my God, my head. Stop. Okay. Oh, my goodness. That was annoying. I was unsure about singing at all last night, but with so much pressure, I was like, okay, I'm going to sing one song. I was just stopping in to pick up something for dinner. Anyways, so I put in Hero by Mariah Carey. The weirdest thing, everything was coming out like fucking weird as hell from my voice. And then it was like if I was bawling my head off, but there were no tears. So you know how you're breathing and all that is different when you're like really having a great cry because you're realizing things. Yeah, I was getting all these epiphanies and realizations about, no one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the sorrow that you felt will melt away. So like I said, I could sing the song, but certain shit I was singing like that, or I wasn't singing like that. That's the fucking weird thing. I wasn't singing like that. It was like if the clumsiest, most weirdest, most lost, confused part of me stepped up on the mic last night, and what I was getting, so that I could love it anyways, and so that the audience could love it anyways. So it's crazy because in the place where I was when I was doing this, like I sang there so many times, and they know what I sound like. I've never gotten up in a long time and had my voice not do what I expected it to do. So when that happened last night, and I'm having all these epiphanies about believing in my dreams and don't let anyone tear them away. All that was coming through real strong. So there's a hero inside of you. Now, what I want to tell you also that was also on the side of my consciousness, my favorite cousin, mind you, I've been attracting empath narcissist paradigms my whole fucking life. My favorite childhood cousin dedicated this song to me after my father's suicide. She was also one of the meanest motherfuckers in my life. I'm not gonna lie. And I hope one day she sees that I'm talking truth about my experience. And I hope that she's seen who she is too, but I seen who I was. The need, this came out last night a little bit. The need in me to serve, was it last night or I don't know. It came out somewhere yesterday. The need in me to serve was readily taken advantage of by somebody else's narcissism. Okay. That same person dedicated this song to me. So there's the idea within this of within the most difficult, most challenging, contrasting relationships, difficult experiences, whatever the fuck it is, in those shadows, you will find your power in there. So if you were the douche in my bag, thank you. The douche bag, the douche in my bag. Okay. If you were the douche in my bag, in other words, if you were the douche that I kept taking with me, I heard and all you was good for was to rinse this pussy out. Ooh, that's so fucking candid. If you're 18, you shouldn't have been here. Click off now. If you're under 18, sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, for somebody like holding on to different ones that literally couldn't take care of anything, but they were just there for a momentary need, fix, whatever it was. Thank you. For anybody that came in to highlight where my shadows were and where my weaknesses were and where my fears were and where my insecurities were and where my doubts were, thank you. Right? And so there's that energy coming through with our message today. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth today. It's already been quite a lot. We're going to save the Divine Feminine Oracle for in a minute. Let's start with the Caroline Mize, I'm not sure how she pronounces it, archetype cards. That's what I want to use to do the message today. So let's see. Soplalo! What is the most important message? What are we going to talk about today with the love and peace and happiness? Try. Somebody here is a destroyer energy right now. You have come through and blew something up. You, destroyer energy. You blew something up. You broke something up. You shattered something. Destruction. Okay, what's crossing? The prostitute. The prostitute is crossing, doing shit just for money, just for immediate, just to get an immediate fix. Somebody who compromises their spirituality to get something physically. What else? Below you, we have the servant energy. To be of service, I'll betray my spirit to get what I need. What the hell? Somebody here thinks they're being of service, and there's they're somebody's being of service and they're blowing out the water. Somebody ideas they have. Oh shit. I just saw something completely different. So follow that other thing I was just getting ready to say about this. Seeing somebody who's blowing out the water, their ideas of where they're betraying themselves to get some sort of physical need met or to get some money, something like that, making something very apparent, okay, in a conversation. The other thing I just saw, though, it's crazy. So you got to look at the image this way to see what I'm seeing. You done blown some things up. In this explosion, money is finna land all over you, baby. Money is finna land all over you, baby. Why? Because you've been of service, because you've been obedient to divine, because you've been doing things with the pure positive energy and a kind and loving heart. So you've been of service. Now something is about to blow up and it's going to land money all over you. It looks like this money, the way Spirit showed it to me now, the money is coming out of this volcano. It's erupting. Money is erupting. Money is erupting and it's landing right all over you. Behind you, the exorcist. Wow. In the past, having removed a lot of destructive thoughts, behaviors, impulses, dealt with that, highlighted it, brought it out in somebody's idea, in their mentality, in their consciousness, created awareness surrounding destructive impulses, habits, behaviors. Okay, above, what do we have? The Prince. Somebody thinking about with some romance, somebody wanting to approach with some romance. You're thinking about somebody approaching with romance. You're thinking about romance. Okay, you're thinking about romance. Let's see what's unfolding. We have the child orphan. Okay, learning to let things go. This always reminds me of the Little Prince movie because they each have their own planet. And the planet is so tiny for each of them. But anyways, they have their own planets, right? Child orphan. This is learning to go it on your own, you can go your own way. You know that really well, I hear. But this is independence, not being afraid. There's the energy of being relaxed. Once this money explodes on somebody's lap, it's like, okay, now what do I want? I have my whole planet. Now what do I want? That's interesting. That's something that just came through. So somebody here has been back to the foregoing their spiritual for material needs, whoever that is. This person does this and it reflects back to childhood abandonment issues. They could have been a literal orphan. Their parents could have made them live as if they might as well fucking been an orphan. Man, do you know, I've heard my grandson's birth father, this boy, his parents did not take care of him. They would not get him food. He had to steal food from in his own house to have food. They made this kid so traumatized because of how he was treated when he was little. And my daughter witnessed it even as a teenager, because they were teenagers. She witnessed it. She said, yeah, Mom, they go out to eat and I'll be with them. And they said, well, we're not taking nothing back for Julian. I would have to sneak him half of my sandwich. What? Well, and excuse me for naming names and getting detailed and shit. Somebody needs to understand that this shit happened to somebody. Something like this, it's just like, who the fuck don't feed their kid? Go to your room while we eat type shit. Who the fuck does this shit? So somebody may not have been orphaned, but they may fucking well have been. That is come up with somebody here. And now in their adult years, it's like, as long as they can eat that food, man, they don't give a fuck. They just gonna make sure they gonna eat. See, they grew up with so much insecurity about eating. Now, whoever this is, they come in and they're willing to do anything to eat because they're used to not eating. And they're like, never fucking again. Now I could do something about it. I'm not going to sit up here and starve. There's something I could do about this. I'm going to make sure I eat. That's what I know. I'm going to make sure I eat. Whatever I got to do, whatever it takes. I don't care. I'm going to eat. Okay, so there's somebody here. Now, in that, though, there's a person spirit brought in. This person who wants to eat at any cost. You know, this person here either is interested in the other or whatever. But there's two people being brought together. Look at this. One's coming in with roses behind his back. The other one's coming in with the tea. The tea. I'm finna spill the tea. I'm finna spill the tea and bust some sort of bubble here, because with the Exorcist and the Destroyer, this person who's spilling the tea, anywhere where there's false ideas, anywhere where there's destructive impulses, any false beliefs about that, being shut the fuck down. It's all being come down to the ground. That shit'll be knocked the fuck down in this interaction. Excuse me. What the fuck? All right, let's see what else we have. Wow, the rescue. Here you come. Here I come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on the way. What the fuck? I used to watch Mighty Mouse. Did you used to watch Mighty Mouse? I loved Mighty Mouse. And when I was really little, I remember looking for Rainbow Bright to be on TV, and it wasn't on TV no more. See, I was a rainbow lover even back then. I'm trying to tell you. I was just in denial for so much of my life. Thank God I'm not in denial. I'm in acceptance now. Acceptance is everything. Okay, you're coming through as a rescuer. Like I said, the exorcist, the destroyer. You're here to highlight to someone in some sort of way, bringing all the tea to the table about, look, this right here, what you think it is not what it is. And honey, you're going to have to learn to move on. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here is like, you're safe, you're protected. Somehow you're shattering ideas that don't allow that, okay? Let's look. And how they looking at you. This person is looking at you like you coming up with a networker, like you're the deliverer of the message. So first off, they know you're bringing a message. They're looking at you like, dang, everybody always want to see what that person want to say. She be talking to everybody. They be talking. Everybody always, when they walk in the room, everybody know who they are. And she delivering the messages. She's delivering. They're looking at you like you got some shit to say. And hold on. I heard gossip girl. They could be thinking you're a gossip girl, somebody here, but it's not about being a gossip. It's not gossip that you're spreading. You're spreading awareness. But maybe somebody likes, there's a show, Gossip Girl. I don't know. I've never seen it, but whatever. They say you'll tell everybody. You're giving information out, creating social awareness, creating awareness within this person recognizes that you're there to create awareness for them. So how you really feeling inside? Warrior. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. I am the warrior. You know this. And you know, ooh, I'm looking at this right here. And you know, the messages are on point. They're sitting on my table like this. You know the messages are on point, and that this lightning bolt right here is going to hit right in the center of this heart. You know that the way you're communicating your information, the way you're putting it out there, it gets straight to the point is kind of the way it feels like. Getting straight to the point, getting right to the heart of the matter. You're coming from the heart, okay? And it's like this message is going out. People are recognizing it. They're seeing it. So whoever this is with this abandonment issues could be one or more people in your life, because it's coming through like there's a collective of them, different ones you've been dealing with. It's like this abandonment issue is all around. It's like all around the world. It's like the whole world this year was given a main assignment: deal with your abandonment issues. It's like that, and you're seeing it everywhere. It's what it feels like. Okay. I love this. Your outcome energy is the visionary. You're able to create the vision. First off, you yourself have the vision, and you sustain the vision, and you live aspects of the vision. Now you know that there's more of the vision to unfold. Okay. This vision is of the empowerment of the self, what it is to live in your true authentic nature, unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? To come to the table all the way true in you and live in your power rather than give your power away to some external need, external focus, whatever, material goods, whatever it is. Okay. And because of what information that you share with somebody here who has these abandonment issues, codependency issues, feelings of I'm always by myself, something like that. It's like you create this vision inside of them. You help this one see the vision that you are holding, right? And it's like teaching someone how to create their own vision for themselves. It's like this person, all they ever knew was being alone and how to worry about this money. Well, okay, thank you. So what's happening here is that they just gave me more into this deeper. Okay, so this person here, their whole background, everything in their life was all about making sure they could eat, making sure that they had the money that they needed. That's all they knew. Now this person, because of the interaction with you, with this awareness coming through, their world is more expansive. They stopped looking so much at money. Now they're looking at their connection to things. Now they're looking at things differently, right? Your message is working, and they're seeing, it's like everywhere they look, they're seeing the messages that you shared with them reflected back to them. It's triggering in their memory. They're having recall of conversations that you've had, different messages that were delivered at different times, because you in the past, you cut through you cut through all whatever types of destructive tendencies were there. And when you completely let go, when you blew up, something about you coming up, when you got, when you were recognized, when it became, when you blew up, when there was more growth, when there was more expansion, when you got pissed off, when you went off, when you destroyed a connection, whatever it was, this destroyer energy, you could have destroyed the entire thing. You know what? Get the fuck out. I'm not going to see you no more. You know, I wish you the best, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. You can't come around here no more. It could have been like that. It could have been where you were like, oh my God, this big fucking epiphany. And you shared it with somebody in a conversation. It could have been so many things here where, like, your hobby, your craft, your business, all of a sudden it's gone viral and everybody's on you. Okay. It could have been where all of a sudden your project is finished and now everybody is looking at what you've created. Okay. In that, when that happens for you, this other one is triggered in them, something about their larger, the bigger picture, zoom out perspective. Stop. This person opens up their view more. They open up it's like so expansive. So expansive. All of a sudden they see more. It's like something in your blow up. So whether that blow up came in positive experience or a low vibrational experience or a separation experience or whatever, it happened in one of these ways here. You, in this person's world, so even if you, like, let's say the destroyer was, okay, you got to go. Well, in that case, interestingly enough, while this person is gone, look, they're starting to rediscover their place in the universe. They're starting to they're stopping to look at this over here, sex and money and eating. And they're looking more at their world. So I want to go over all these cards with the phantasmagoric theater tarot. Oh my goodness. All right, so free tarot reading, how it works. You don't get to ask no questions. Sit down. You could chat in the comment if you want, but you don't get to ask a question for a free tarot reading. You want to ask your personal question, you're going to have to put some money where your mouth is. Yes, it's a donation of at least $10 US at this time. And the information is below the video. And that's always available to you. But when I'm live, you could have it live at the end of this free tarot message that I'm delivering for the collective. So let's see. We're layering this shit. I'm just going to get all these cards out. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Awesome. This is about the seed of a new beginning. This is about a fresh start. Okay. Coming through with the Destroyer, we have the Judgment card. So it's like important. This is hearing the call. Okay. And like I said, there's something here that's spoken out. You see how that angel has It's horn blowing. And then we have this one right here. Is that orange? Because if it is, that will be a sacral chakra energy. That will be somebody. This will be somebody here who is this is this person living from the place of physical desire. And then on this side, we have the other, that would be the other person they're saying, who is turning away from this energy. That will be this person here coming through as a destroyer. I'm turning away from that energy of desire. Not willing to look at it anymore. I have my happiness here with me. I'm not going to look over there. That's just desire, something like that. There's a destroyer here. What's crossing the energy? With the prostitute, we had the 10 of Cups, and it's in reverse. I wasn't planning on bringing reversals into this, but the reversal has shown up. They said leave it like that immediately. So there's somebody here. This person doesn't focus on the connection. This person isn't focused on the connection. There's an opportunity here to realize that that's not a connection, because that person, I'm hearing just different qualities, different values, different fucking values. Somebody here values a connection. Somebody here values the material. And that's not melding well. That's not coming together in a beautiful way. Okay, below, we have the Hermit energy and the Servant. Somebody here has been running in behind and running and taking care of, running to, back and forth, doing what needs to be done for a Virgo. I heard and she ain't nothing but a Virgo. Oh, they getting saucy today. Why you getting so saucy? Somebody here has been running around being of service in secret. I hear as well, secret service. What the fuck? That reminds me about a whole secret service experience with one of my clients. Anyways, this situation here was meant to highlight, look, I got some information to share. You know, that the Hermit, the number 9 is very much about humanitarianism, spirituality, and being of service. And then it's coming out with the Servant card. So this was a wake-up call, a spiritual announcement, an announcement being made, information being shared, awareness is created, spiritually driven, spiritually guided, okay? And for someone, it was about running behind this Virgo person and being their servant. Okay, in the past, we have the Exorcist and the Strength card. So, somebody here pointed out some destructive impulses in the past, and that helped this person to and that helped this person to take control back in their experience. So, yeah, it was you pointing this out, standing in your place of power, pointing out like, look, this right here is not to your benefit. Why are you doing that? You don't have to do that for them. You don't have to bend yourself over backwards and split yourself in half and then draw and quarter yourself after that into even bittier pieces, because you're like a whole person. You don't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do all that. You shouldn't have to put yourself into a million pieces in order to have love from this person. That is not love. It's the end of a marriage. It's somebody who was using you. You were giving up your spiritual needs, your need for human, real connection, spiritual connection, in order to satisfy the immediate need to have this attention, to have the food, to have the money, to have what it is, just to have a fucking body that's got a warm blood flowing through. I don't know. Get a puppy. Get a puppy instead. They like a whole fucking lot of attention. You're going to have to walk their ass, clean their ass, feed their ass, groom their ass. Oh, God. Get a fucking puppy. If you just need something to catch all your attention, don't just go catch any old person. Go get you a puppy or something like that. But that's a commitment. You know what I'm saying? And somebody was like, no, I'm going to go get me a baby. Somebody's going to get them a baby. And I say, if that's you, go for it, baby. Do what you got to do. Oh, shit. I just picked this up to see the bottom of the deck. Slave. I told you, you don't need to be running behind this fucking person. And all I hear is Britney Spears. I'm a slave for you. Yeah, you've been slaving your ass away behind somebody, running behind them, picking up behind them, cleaning up their messes, helping with their shit. I heard you make more money off of a puppy. Since it was all about the money any fucking way for somebody here. That is not love, honey. Whatever you thought was love was not love. Somebody was not, they was coming under the veil of love, but it wasn't love. Betraying the spirit for it. Love will not require that you betray your spirituality, your spiritual needs, or your own soul. Or your own soul. And they said, that's enough. Oh, goodness. Above, we have the Prince with the Queen of Coins. I'm coming in. Look, you thinking about this. This is somebody here who comes in. They have their value. They have their worth. And they're holding back some roses behind their back. In other words, there's so much beauty here to share, but I can't give it all to you because you're still a slave to something. You're still in service to something that is not part of where I'm going. So announcement, the big announcement is I'm looking away. Somebody says I'm looking away. The Queen of Coins is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Somebody here is ready to make an investment and build in stability and prosperity. And somebody says, but if I put my investment over here, it'll be lost on love that's lost. It would be an unwise investment because this is not love. What I'm experiencing here, that's not love, somebody says. Wow. Sidebar message for somebody else. Somebody was under a strong control. There could have even been, I'm not even going to continue these cards until I get this sidebar message out for somebody here. Somebody was under a spiritual control in a connection with a person. They gave all their power away to this person. This person been leeching off of your power. You think this person got it going on, and really it was you that had it going on. But honey, it's not until you take your power back are you going to experience that. It's going to always be the one who you shine in all your affection, all your attention onto that's prospering, seemingly more than you. But truly, they're only prospering because of the attention that's coming from you. And for somebody, they saw that quality about you, and to enhance it, to lock it in, to seal the deal, they created some sort of dark magic spell. They called on some entity, some external entity. They did not work in love and peace and happiness as a foundation in service to God, humanity, and themselves. They removed God and humanity. They removed the love and peace and happiness, and they were worried about their wealth and their power, and they didn't give a fuck if it hurt you in the outcome or anybody else that was in your experience. But it's interesting because it was only there for you to have this big fucking awakening to break that shit. So you become aware of it. You broke that shit in your awareness. You pulled your energy back from that shit. You said, I'm not serving that no more. Now, yesterday I did a personal reading, and in that reading, it came out, every beast has a heart. Every beast has a heart. And the person and I looked at each other because I'm like, I've never said that ever in anything I've ever read, but every beast has a heart. For some of you, you have that tendency to want to go and fucking make sure the heart is beating on the beast. Give them a health checkup. Give them a love check when you come into a beast and you're looking to see evidence of their warm beating heart. Honey, they are where they are. Let them be where they be. You see potentiality because you're psychic, baby. But you got to acknowledge where they're at now in their journey. You don't know how long it's going to take them to get where they're going. You can't love them for who they might choose to become that exists in their potential. What's unfolding here? We had the child orphan, and it's coming in with the tower. I heard is a permanent loss. So there's an ego strike here. There's an awareness, ego strike about abandonment issues. So somebody here finding themselves re-abandoned because you're like, nope, this isn't love here. This person is not they're not ready to walk with me. They're not walking the same pace. They're not walking the same direction. We can't go together. So permanent loss here. Somebody's going to be put in permanent loss. Somebody's having a lot of loss in their life because they're staying mentally bound to some shit that is not for them. Somebody is experiencing some loss and finding themselves alone because they're acting out in violence. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here is feeling like their life is falling apart. And if that's you, your life is falling apart because there was a lot of fake shit in it and it needed to fucking fall apart so you could get building with the real, honey. You need to get building with the realness. And the realness starts with you. Number one, you need to acknowledge you have abandonment issues. I will always remember the young lady who I was riding with her in the car, and she was like, so have you looked at where do your abandonment issues come from? And I remember saying to her, well, I never really thought about the idea that I had abandonment issues, but I guess I do. Because, you know, with my father and his suicide, that was big abandonment issues. With the fact that my grandmother didn't express love to me, that was a form of abandonment issues. And with family members who were very hostile towards me and just their natural nature of hostility, that was abandonment issue. So I remember that day riding in the car. I remember where I was on the highway when I had that realization. Once you realize where you are, now you can navigate to where you're going. So for somebody here, you're going to realize where you've been giving yourself up for some shit that's not love. It's going to highlight your abandonment issues, honey. This is going to set you, because you can't navigate to where you want to get if you don't accurately know where you're at. Right now, where you're at, you're dealing with some sort of abandonment issues and where you've been giving yourself up to be a service to somebody else, to the others. You know what I'm saying? True, pure service is going to be beneficial to God, humanity, and yourself all at the same time, every fucking time. If it's not serving all those together, then you've left something important out. Okay? Because if it's in service to God, it's in service to humanity and yourself. But if you take it to where you're only serving other people, you're forgetting about yourself and God. If you take it only to yourself, you're forgetting about the other people in God. And if you take it about just to God, then you forget about the other people in yourself. So there's about balance in this, right? The yin yang is the light and the dark, okay? It's not one or the other. In the light, there's a touch of dark for balance. In the dark, there's a touch of light for balance. All right. Actions. You have the rescuer with the King of Cups. Emotional mastery. King of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Emotional mastery coming in to rescue. You are not, Jesus is not riding in on a chariot with wings to come and rescue you. Superman is not going to show up with a cape with an S on his chest. And Captain Save-A-Ho is not showing up either with his dough. So you said, fuck that. I'm going to save my fucking self. I don't need to be stuck in this situation that is betraying my spirit where I'm being abandoned anyway. So I'm just going to bring this shit to an end. I'm not going to entertain this shit where I'm being rejected all the time. Fuck that. That's what somebody's saying to themselves. I deserve love. I see that. I deserve love. Somebody saying, I'm going to hold space for somebody who's going to come in towards me with love. Look at that way that looks right now. I'm a whole space. I'm thinking, I know that I deserve love. I deserve somebody who's coming with the real deal. So I'm a whole space for that. That's what somebody's thinking. And in their actions, they're like, I'm not waiting for somebody to come and rescue me. I'm going to go ahead and hold my own heart in my hands and get into this place of emotional mastery. I see what this is. So somebody can see that there is a situation in front of them that is deteriorating their spirit, and it's not honoring them. It makes them feel rejection, and it makes them feel abandonment. And so they're making an important decision to free themselves from it. You might have thought that it was a great connection at one point. You might have thought at one point that it was everything. Well, how this person is looking at you, the Two of Cups in reverse and the Networker. Well, it looks like they're not looking at you as love. They're looking at you as somebody that, shares a lot of awesome information with you or with them. They learn a lot from you. They love conversation with you. This person, they're like, no, I'm not, I don't have love for you like that, or I don't love you, or they may be saying something, or maybe they think you don't really love them. Whatever it is, there's abandonment issues coming up, and it's mutual. Abandonment issues are not going to come up in a connection with somebody who doesn't also have them themselves somewhere inside of themselves. It's a two-way fucking street with this. It takes one to know one, and it takes one to attract one. But they're looking at you. They know that there's so much love in you, but this person is not ready to give you love. This person values what you're sharing with them because, again, you're creating a lot of awareness with your conversation and stuff like that. This person knows you're going to have something to say. Okay, let me see your innermost emotions. You had the Warrior and you had the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you like, I can get through anything. I'm going to build myself up. I'm going to continue to build myself up. I made some big choices and decisions in my life, made some big changes in my life, and I'm going to keep on getting through. Whatever come my way, I'm getting through it. And you know what I'm saying? Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no valley low enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. And this is not about getting to you, a specific person. For most of you, this is about getting to your ideals, your authentic nature. This is about getting to your bag. This is about getting to your prosperity. This is about getting to your spiritual prowess and strength. And this is about getting to the one that is designed for you to walk with at the same pace down the same fucking road for quite a while. And it's not here. It's not with this one. This one's got a whole nother path to go. So no matter how much love there is, it's like, okay, it's time for you to go now. Bye. It was nice. Okay. Visionary outcome. Visionary with the Lover's card. Oh, shit. That's a Gemini energy in the visionary. So somebody here this is about sustaining that vision. You created light within someone else, and you know for a fact the spirit has a perfect love for you. So this is totally a love reading. You met somebody new in your recent past with that Ace of Wands energy down here. You met somebody new here in your life. You brought this person into your life. You investigated it, come to find out, it's not necessarily for you. There's love there, but it's not that kind of love. There's appreciation there, but it's not that kind of appreciation. Abandonment issues need to be dealt with, and you're just going to continue to move forward and do what you need to do to build yourself up, because you know that the right partner is there for you. You know that the right type of love is there for you. You know that the right for it, where this applies to you in business, and you're not betraying yourself. And for somebody, you're having to tell friends and family, no, there's no fucking friends and family discount, man. Y'all need to pay full price like everybody else. They don't like that shit. Some of them want to abandon you. Don't worry about if they don't believe in your dreams. Don't let nobody tear them away. No, you don't, because the ones that's going to love your business and support your business, they're coming in. You've seen it. You know it. You built it. Now they'll come. And for some of y'all needed these fucking family members to fall off and not support your business, because they wouldn't support you any type of the way anyways. They was always there to just be a fucking leech. Let them be a fucking leech somewhere else, honey, because you done giving up your blood for these ones out here. Let's see what we have from the Divine Feminine Oracle for you to go with this message. Give them something else, please, and thank you. What is the message here? Guidance. What's the most important message to go with these ones here? They believe, they seen, they're willing to take the loss, go on their own, and you have Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Praise, yes, I do. I love. At the bottom of the deck, we have Amaterasu, the god of light, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So we're going to read both of these from the book. So let's see what the book has. And thank you to my friend who gave me these. So thankful and grateful for this beautiful gift. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom of the deck. Amaterasu. Amaterasu is on page 150. Ask number 15 with the 0. 15 is a devil card. 1, 5, and 0 is number 6. This is about harmony. I feel like this. Okay, what I saw with that, what I just channeled was being in a flow that allows you to indulge in pleasure. I hear. Okay. Amaterasu embodies the levity that brings us out of the darkness and shows us the beauty of our own light. Amaterasu is the most powerful deity in the Shinto religion. She's the solar goddess of Japanese mythology. Her name means shining in heaven. The oldest legends of Amaterasu date back to the 8th century and come from the Kojiki, or the Japanese record of ancient matters. In Shinto, kami are spirits or deities. And the most well-known story of the kami in Shinto is when Amaterasu got in a fight with her brother, Susanoo, god of the storms and of the sea. His violence made Amaterasu so upset and angry, she returned into a cave, leaving the world in darkness. The kami of merriment placed a mirror outside of her cave and laughed so much. Amaterasu became curious. She peeked outside the cave and saw a beautiful goddess, a stunning vision of dawn. She was in awe of it, not realizing it was her own reflection. Surrounded by laughter, Amaterasu's anger and depression lifted, and she agreed to leave the cave, bringing her light with her back into the world. When your soul selects her card, the cave is so crucial, drawing inward, hiding our light to restore ourselves and to heal from something or someone that felt too intense or aggressive. When we hide our light, though, we aren't the only ones left in the dark. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. The beauty of Amaterasu is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity, attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself and the beauty of her light until she's drawn out of herself. Amaterasu sees her own light once she's become curious about seeing the light that's around her in the levity and the laughter of other deities. This is the answer. If we've been too long in retreat, if we've been hiding our light, not out of self-love and a soulful need for restoration, but out of a reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing their light allows us to see our own. And sometimes even the solar goddess needs to be inspired or reminded of why she shines so brightly, not just for the sake of her own reflection, but also for all those beloved beings that need her rays of light to remember their own. Sometimes we need the sight of the faces we brighten in order to remember why we are so devoted to finding our way back into the light. Imagine someone in this moment you want most to see, laugh, and fill with light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Oh my. There was so much in this that I've been channeling over the last few days. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Thank you so much, Joyce, for this deck of cards. This was the perfect fucking deck for me, for this channel, for the tribe. Honey, haven't we been talking? Was it yesterday that I was talking or the night before? Within the last 2 days, I spoke about that video that I did in the other room. And it was talking about the cave. And at the end of the cave was a fucking mirror. And you were going through that cave. And when you get there, you find it was your light the whole time. This goddess, Amaterasu, totally has been coming through with us. That's the background. You found that you were the light. There was more than just that. Hold on. Let me just skim through this right quick. Speed read. Also, when I saw the first off, Solar Goddess, it reminded me at one point in time I was looking through my phone at old Earth, Wind, and Fire music, trying to see, well, what other songs do they have that I like? And I found Sun Goddess. And when I heard it, it just resonated so deep in my soul. They don't even have words. Deo, ba ba deo. That's all they sang through the whole song. Ba ba la ba 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 deo. Ba ba well, well, oh. Sun Goddess, that came through. They showed me. I remember again where I was when I found that song for the first time, and it was a sunshiny day in Vegas. I was bumping that shit on my system, so fucking happy. I was loving that. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. So, Sun Goddess, where is the sun in your chart? What is your sun sign? Where is Leo at? What house in your birth chart is Leo at? For someone, there's something there. And in the past, we had the Exorcist. Oh, fuck. There's so much here. They're showing me so much. Could we just put it all in their head? Because words are so complicated and they take so long. In the past, we had the Exorcist and the Leo energy with the sun card, with the strength card here. So, where is Leo at in your birth chart? What house does it hold? What planets do you have in it? You need to do some investigation about that house, what it means for you. Put Leo in what house is it on your birth chart. Also, if Leo is anywhere where it holds a zodiac sign position in your chart, you need to understand that. Okay, if it's your for me, it's my rising sign. Anything like that is about. Pay attention to where is Leo in your chart right now with that. Again, with the fucking cave. Oh my goodness. With the cave. We talked about that cave so much. Yes. And how, because here it even talked about she was depressed when she went into the cave. It talked about going into that cave, being retreating to recuperate your own resources, the resource of your own energy, get into your own energy field, right? And it talked about how she was sad. And when we talked about and channeled the cave, we talked about how there was no light. And then you just kept going through the darkness. Pretty soon you saw a little spot. And the spot got bigger and brighter and brighter and brighter. And by the time you get there, it's nothing but a mirror door for you to go through. But the light that you were seeing was your own light. You saw it from the time it began to glow. You saw it glow brighter and brighter. And that's the same thing in her experience. Sometimes you feel inclined to pull your light back from a situation, okay? But if you are seeking joy, you will be attracted to the joy in other people. So here you are, allowing that. I'm hearing allowing that, allowing yourself to choose joy, allowing yourself to see joy in those around you and appreciate it. These might not even be people who are really like in your life. It could be you seeing some people laughing at the grocery store line, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of take that vibe and you kind of just roll with that vibe for yourself. You're doing anything and everything you can to raise your vibe. Yes. Okay. This is about you seeing the light that's around you. Some of you have needed to really you know what, things aren't as bad as I thought they were. Begin to just take stock on a more deeper level. Okay. So you're always being guided back to the light, and everyone is a mirror of that. Now let's look at the other card that came out of the deck. So that's the foundation here. was Amaterasu, and the card that came out as the main guidance is Sappho. It's on page 182. So 182, personal power, leadership, personal authority, the self. 8, empowered, I power, empower. Yes, all that. And then the 2 is about connections, duality, and partnership. So 182, let's see what we have from Sappho. What's she going to talk about? I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Praise, hallelujah. Yes, I do. Okay. Sappho embodies the deep love, admiration, and sensuality that exists between women. Praise. It's believed Sappho was born around 630 BCE on the Greek island of Lesbos. Praise. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse and the poetess, just as Homer was pause, rewind, redo. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse and the poetess, just as Homer was referred to as the poet. She is one of the great Greek lyricists and one of the few known female poets of the ancient world. She read her poems rhythmically while accompanied by a lyre in a form that is now known as Sapphic meter. Sappho is celebrated for the sexuality and sensuality in her poetry, especially her love for women in the female body. Praise! Fill the goblet up. These laughing lips shall kiss the brim. Come, Venus, come. Yes. Oh my God, I love. This is one of the fragments that remain of her voluminous collection of poetry. Ecclesiastical authorities in Constantinople and Rome obliterated her work in the 11th century. Her poetry was publicly burned because church leaders were scandalized by its erotic nature and that the author was a woman. In ancient Greece, a woman's love for another woman was considered natural, and Sappho's love for the female form became legendary. It is believed that she read her writing before groups of women, educating and elevating them as she performed her poetry about the goddess-like nature they all possessed. Instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our own bodies to others, or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, Sappho urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do: love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. We can't recover Sappho's lost poems, but we can reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure we are capable of feeling, and we can love unapologetically with the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depths of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge with lady moves in your life. Go to a spa, make a dinner together, go skinny dipping, or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. Sappho is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges your love for the fact that you are a woman, or for the radiant woman who constellate your life. Is there a woman in my life I can send love to and lift up in this moment? I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Wow, you guys. Okay, the long bath came out again. Ooh. There are mirrors here. from the island of Lesbos, Sappho the poetess is telling you your sensuality is fucking gorgeous. Baby, you have a womb. Your vagina is an interdimensional portal. Every bit of life comes through the female form. You deserve love. You are lovable. Anywhere where you were rejected, neglected, turned down, somebody wasn't ready for you, you know what I'm saying? Come into more love and acceptance with you, I hear, and you'll find more love and acceptance from them. Let's see what your postcard from Spirit said today. Dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are truly powerful and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Somebody here, this whole experience you had in the past with abandonment was so much about your own thoughts and how they've been reflected back to you. The energy of reflection back to you and loving yourself is huge. So you're looking for a mirror reflection of you. You've clearly identified where it's not right now. Or is it that you need to look at something that is in order to identify how it's being reflected back to you? Where is it mirroring you to you? Where you're seeing yourself in this situation? Because I see you about to free yourself from it and come into a whole lot of love, which is going to bring you to a whole lot of love. I fucking love it. For somebody, there's a whole lesbian relationship coming up here. This is your free tarot message today. For somebody, it doesn't have to be lesbian. Don't worry if you're straight. It doesn't have to be lesbian, but hey, that's just the way it came through. So, with all that being said and done, it looks like we're complete for today. So if you want a video for yourself, go to my website, place your order, we'll make it happen. And until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. Mwah.